Hello to Emanuel Shahaf.
Hello, hello.
What will be the headline of this report?
Breakup, impending breakup.
And practically, what does it mean?
I think the elements of the State of Israel are in the process of breaking up and may break up totally within the next few months unless the government is replaced.
How exactly do you visualize it might occur?
It's happening already. There's lawlessness, widespread lawlessness in Israel and in the territories. There's an ongoing war all the time. The institutions of the state are constantly being challenged. So it's on all fronts. That's why it's such a threat.
And you think it might happen practically 360 degrees around the people of Israel?
Yeah, it might happen practically. Not all at once, but it's spreading.
Let's talk about the occupied territories. What do you think is happening there?
Total anarchy. The state is not in control. Doesn't want to be in control. The state has rendered its control to the militias, the Jewish militias in the West Bank primarily, and is not doing anything to enforce the law. The police is not active. The Shabak the Secret Service is not, internal Secret Service is not active. So the IDF is partially being co-opted into participating in the riots. So it's total mayhem.
And when there are happening terrorist attack of Jews against Arab, but also Arabs against Jewish people, also in the territories and also in the Frank of Kochav Yair.
Yes.
It's loss of control.
Total loss control. Total loss of control.
Let's talk about Iran. What was it, the last attack on the Dahia, the Iranian sending missiles?
We have been trying to separate the Lebanese front from the Iranian front.
When you're saying we, it means
the state of Israel, the government of Israel has been trying to do that with complete lack of success. The Iranians have been doing exactly the opposite, and they have been very successful, being helped by the Americans, who don't want to disturb the talks with the Iranians. So we are stuck in a situation where we cannot act in Lebanon, and we can't act in Iran either without complete agreement of the United States.
You know, the last statements, open statements of Donald Trump on his own, they are showing a lot of disrespect towards the Israeli Prime Minister. What is your look about the relationship?
I think he understands that Netanyahu is trying to have his way. I think there's two egos which are clashing. I think there's going to be situations where Trump is going to put down Netanyahu. Netanyahu will try to work against him behind the scenes. This is not a good thing. It can be a total breakup, but for the time being it still works.
Yet politically, Trump and Netanyahu are finding themselves in a different and very contradict way of looking about the next step of the war. One of them wants to stop it.
Yeah.
Don't. The other one
wants to go ahead.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Well, this is something that Netanyahu is clearly interested in for his own political reasons, is to continue the war against Iran until Iran has been diminished completely and the government there has been changed. That's unlikely going to happen, and on that basis there's going to be constant disagreement between the United States and Israel.
What do you think about the Palestinian issue? What is happening? No one is talking about it.
Nothing is happening other than that Israel is continuing to harm the Palestinian Authority in the West Bank, and it's not moving on Gaza. So
Hamas is still there.
Hamas is still there, and no matter what, this is continuing, and the only way to resolve our problems in the Middle East is to deal with the Palestinian issue.
Why, according to your perspective, it's the only way?
Because the Palestinian issue is the symbol for our integration, for our non-integration into the Middle East. If we want to integrate into the Middle East, or if we want to be part of the Middle East, we have to integrate with the Palestinians. We have to live with them in peace. As long as that is not accomplished, and we're obviously not trying to accomplish that in the least, nothing's going to happen with peace in the whole area. And unfortunately, our leadership doesn't realize that.
Doesn't realize, or maybe is afraid of tackling this issue?
Yeah, I see you're right in that sense. It's more likely that they're afraid to tackle the issue because it means that we have to make hard decisions. And after having been misled about the situation for so many years, it's difficult to take those decisions, which will by nature mean that we will have to compromise.
When you're saying hard decision, you mean by that to what exactly?
That basically we have to realize that we're in a one-state scenario and we have to act accordingly. We have to create a one-state reality that is suitable for the situation at hand.
Do you have an international example in which you think it works?
It works in many countries where federations are implemented. So it doesn't usually have, there's not usually so much violence, but that can be overcome over time. So it's the idea of the concept of federation is clearly what's being called for here.
You think that minorities here, the extremist Jewish people and the extremist Hamas people that are living in the occupied territories, there is a bridge that can make them live in different cantons, yet in one sovereignty,
yes,
having the same rights?
Yes, I'm convinced it is possible. It's been done elsewhere. There's no alternative other than constant struggle, and I think that both sides are not interested in maintaining a constant struggle.
We're thinking about both sides are not, yet the leaderships in both sides are eager to continue the war.
Yes, because they seem to get more support by going towards a struggle than going towards peace. But that's also because peaceful solutions are not being exposed to the public at this time. So it's difficult to get support for peace.
You think that people that are seeing you around the world, in Israel, might say, well, Emanuel Shahaf, you've been serving in the Israeli Mossad, in the Israeli Air Force, you've been writing books, you're struggling for federation so many years, maybe you are very naive, maybe it's not the timing.
No, the timing is always or never. You can't argue with the timing. I'm definitely not naive. We have to remember that Germany, 6 years after the Shoah, after the Second World War, started to become integrated into the European Union. Okay, so big enemies, great enemies can become cooperators, and just like that we can also do that. So we can, I'm sure that we can forgive the Palestinians for October 7th, just like we forgave the Germans over the Shoah. It'll take time, but it's possible.
Do you think that Israeli people can forgive the Israeli Knesset members of what happened in the last vote? They're trying to manipulate the results?
Well, that's part of the breakup of the society. The fact that even the Knesset is not operating according to law, and we have to be very careful because we may lose everything if that is not being corrected.
Let's talk about one upside, something that you would like to illuminate that gives you optimism towards the end.
What gives me optimism now is that we decided to conduct a conference at the end of November in Jerusalem, a conference called Beyond Partition.
Beyond Partition.
Beyond Partition, with all that it implies, where we will feature the federal concept as an alternative to what's going on right now. And we're going to invite international scholars from all over the world, and Palestinians and Israelis, and we'll show what we can have to offer.
If you would have half a minute to send heart-to-heart invitation for people to be part of this meeting, of this arrangement, what would you tell them now?
Come and join us for an inspirational get-together where the future of the Middle East will be discussed.
And the idea of the federation, don't you think it might scare people because they want to give equal rights to Arabs?
It will scare people, and that's going to be part of the conference to take the fear away from that, to the extent we can do that.
People that want to be part and of your journey, of the federation movement, how they can reach you respectfully?
Follow me on Emanuel Shahaf on Facebook, or on the Federation Movement, or on Identity, the Quest for Israel's Future. Everything will be there.
Emanuel Shahaf, I want to thank you very much.
Thank you.